And now it is my pleasure to hand over the following 265 projects in 14 counties. Now, I officially launch implementation of the following 1,236 projects, and let me very quickly just go through them, and I hope they'll be beamed. We start with Baringo County. There are 141 projects valued at 559.4 million Kenya shillings. In Bungoma, there are 7 projects valued at 58 million Kenya shillings. In Busia, there are 3 projects valued at 18 million Kenya shillings. Elgeyo Marakwet, 56.6 million worth of projects, which number 16. In Garissa, there are 20 projects valued at 168 million Kenya shillings. Homa Bay, 29, valued at 122 million Kenya shillings. Isiolo, 25, valued at 166 million Kenya shillings. Kajiado, 27, valued at 195.7 million shillings. Kilifi, 58 projects valued at 501 million Kenya shillings. Kisumu, 4 projects valued at 24 million Kenya shillings. Kitui, 111 projects valued at 384 million shillings. Kwale, 60 projects valued at 282 million Kenya shillings. Laikipia, 34 projects valued at 116 million Kenya shillings. Machakos, 2 projects valued at 13 million Kenya shillings. Mandera, 87 projects valued at 733 million Kenya shillings. Marsabit, 81 projects valued at 395 million shillings. Meru, 6 projects valued at 29 million Kenya shillings. Migori, 41, valued at 173 million Kenya shillings. Murang'a, 1, valued at 5.6 million Kenya shillings. Nakuru, 1, valued at 6.4 million Kenya shillings. Nandi, 30 projects valued at 117 million Kenya shillings. Samburu, 39 projects valued at 636 million Kenya shillings. Siaya, 7 projects valued at 32 million Kenya shillings. Taita Taveta, 3 projects valued at 13 million Kenya shillings. Tana River, 47 projects valued at 319 million Kenya shillings. Tharaka Nithi, 9 projects valued at 26 million Kenya shillings. Trans Nzoia is 1, valued at 7.5 million Kenya shillings. Turkana, 84 projects valued at 1 billion and 75 million Kenya shillings. Wajir, 192 projects valued at 634 million Kenya shillings. And West Pokot, 70 projects valued at 1 billion and 21 million Kenya shillings, a total of 8 billion and 90 million 610 and 726.57 Kenya shillings, and projects in total 1,236. I therefore officially launch the Equalization Fund Strategic Plan of 2024 to 2028. Due to unavoidable circumstances, he was not able to be here, so I'll read his remarks. Today I stand before you to celebrate the strides we have made in addressing this historical issue that continues to shape the social fabric of our nation: marginalization in Kenya. This phenomenon affects regions and communities, particularly ethnic minorities and indigenous people groups, leading to their exclusion from vital social, economic, and political spheres, hampering local development of the country. Our progressive Constitution of 2010, under Article 204, provides a framework to address the historical exclusion that Kenyans living in marginalized areas have suffered. As a country, it has taken a long time to actualize this Article 204. My administration is committed to fully operationalizing this article to ensure provision of basic services to every Kenyan. Enhancing access to basic services for all Kenyans is core to our bottom-up economic agenda. My government is committed to investing the necessary resources to achieve the objectives of Article 204 and ensure that every Kenyan everywhere has access to quality services such as health, water, electricity, and roads at all times. We know the consequences of economic and social exclusion are so dire, and as a country, we should not allow it to continue in our society. The process of identification and prioritization of projects funded by the Equalization Fund perfectly mirrors the bottom-up approach to development. Villagers in places such as Marigat, in Baringo North, without a doubt, the official launch of 1,236 projects to be implemented in 1,424 marginalized areas, spread, as you heard the minister say, in 366 wards, 111 constituencies, and 34 counties, is a testament of my administration's assurance to all Kenyans in every corner of the nation. Notably, 115 classrooms will be constructed, 177 boreholes drilled and equipped to provide water, 41 water ponds excavated, and 176 health facilities constructed, with 53 equipped to serve the public. The implementation of these projects at a cost of 8.1 billion is going to ensure services reach 6 million Kenyans that live in these marginalized areas. Despite the slow operationalization of Article 204, due to obstacles such as litigations, my administration is committed to its full implementation. It is notable that under my administration, the Equalization Fund has ensured implementation of 359 projects, out of which 265 are complete and ready for handover today. These projects will benefit over 9 million Kenyans residing in the 14 counties identified as marginalized in the first policy. I have noted with concern that some of the challenges raised include the slow process of putting in place legal instruments such as the Equalization Appropriations Acts by the legislature. I want to ask the leadership of Parliament to support my administration and the people of Kenya by fast-tracking enactment of the legal instruments for the fund to enable my government effectively serve the marginalized areas and communities. On the impact of the fund, I am convinced, and I believe all Kenyans share this conviction, that the spirit behind the Equalization Fund is to have high-impact projects to enable the marginalized areas enjoy services now and for generations to come, like all other citizens. Since the fund has a lifespan, we must use public resources and the limited time we have to invest in projects that will serve Kenyans in the marginalized areas for many years to come. CRA should also think of a threshold for a county to be categorized as marginalized. The administrative costs for implementing the fund may outstrip the benefits when marginal allocations are involved. We are all aware that the government is faced by revenue shortfalls, even as the National Treasury and Parliament put in place revenue-enhancing measures. In the face of these shortfalls, my administration, through the National Treasury, is committed to fully implement the plan that has been agreed upon by all parties to clear the arrears owed to the Equalization Fund. This will allow us to avail equal opportunities to all Kenyans, including those living in the marginalized areas. As we celebrate the full operationalization of Article 204, I want to laud the National Treasury and the Equalization Fund Advisory Board for launching the strategic plan today, through which we can hold the fund to account on delivery of the projects of Article 204 of the COK. I must emphasize that we are obligated to uphold transparency and accountability. In the implementation of the projects, Kenyans will be keenly monitoring the promises you have made in the strategic plan and will not hesitate to hold you to account on any failures. Finally, I invite all patriotic Kenyans to contribute in safeguarding the investments that we make with public resources. Let us all guard against plunder or vandalization of these projects so that our children can benefit from the services and put marginalization to the grave where it belongs. Kenyans, let us keep up the excellent work, selfless dedication, and invaluable contribution in our communities. I also want to ask Kenyans living in marginalized areas to embrace alternative mechanisms to address disputes that may arise in the implementation of the Equalization Fund. We have seen numerous litigations slow down the fund and delay the benefits that are due to these areas.